This update is brought to you by sore throat and speech synthesis software.
Welcome back to Headhunter. It seems, loading a save keeps your old health levels, but now we're fully healed. It doesn't help Jack, however. There are 3 enemies right past the lasers. I need a bigger gun, and to lose the goggles. What? Jack puts his shades on under the goggles. That's all of them. Or not. I guess not. Let's do it properly. There are no invincibility frames. Look at me, I am invisible. Not going there. Burger. We got lucky. And I can't even save until the next loading screen. Yay. Hey, it didn't ask me if I wanted to press it. What's here then? A locker room. Evil corporate locker room. Has anyone noticed that in the last update the chemical lab was directly over the main entrance of the building? What? This is my first rocket pickup. And I have no pocket room for it. I can carry only 5 of them. That's with 2 inventory expansions, by the way. Stupid game. The hell was that windy hole about? Checkpoint. That's a big room. There's nothing to do in most of it. Two guys coming after the alarm. Through a door clearly sealed off by lasers. Everything needs lasers. I presume a power outage would lead to this entire building being taken over by squatters in minutes. Let's go downstairs. I've said this is a big location. There's absolutely nothing we can do here. Although that chair looks familiar. They probably manufacture evil in this place. The door will become relevant in the near future. For now we need to go back up and deal with the two guys there. Quietly. Oh look, another locker room. They didn't just make a room full of identical assets. They've put shotgun shells in it. And the machine gun ammo. Do the fans blow air into the neighboring lockers? You'd think footsteps on metal would give you away. But Jack is aiming, so he is inaudible. Their hoses clip into Jack's shoulder. It's locked by a split emblem. We are back to ripping off Resident Evil for the rest of the game. Let's go back to the fancy door. Not Einstein. Hey, look, we can do reflecting floors. All the effort to create unique locations went into this room. I love easy to spot secrets. Remember the Hellforce's code map? This is just like it. We need 2 codes of random symbols. We also need half an emblem. And those serpent keys won't find themselves. This building had a chimney designed just for this one room's fireplace, going through every floor. The second key is easy to miss. That painting looks naughty. I hear strange sounds. According to this, the disk Angela decrypted in about 10 minutes was encrypted extra hard for better security. And the truth serum works well on criminals with broken chips. That's something we've known for days. Now watch this. Pick it, Jack. Nothing happens. I wonder why. Doesn't leaving the keys right in front of the door defeat the purpose of having 3 keys for 1 door? That's the 3rd one. Joy. We need another half emblem. Or Jack could get killed by the door. One of those sounds more fun. This box. This is an ammo refill box. Biotech has several of those. This is the most generous one. There's only one weapon it can't supply. It's the bazooka. I'm pretty sure it has no more than a dozen rounds in the entire game for it. Anyway, we've got a door to open and a huge fucking cutscene to watch.
Good of you to come, Jack. But then I knew you would if the chief here whistled. I simply fed his suspicious mind a little and presto, here we all are. Drop your weapon.
Sorry, Wade. I didn't know it was a setup.
Of course he didn't. He was just thinking of the agency. So loyal, so dignified, so dead.
No!
Time for some new blood at the top. I was grooming Redwood as his successor, but I could get used to this hands-on work.
You have plenty of blood on your hands, Fulci. Starting with Christopher Stern.
That's half true, at least. You'll just love the other half.
He treated you like a son.
I was his project. I suffered his lectures and his moralizing. What I couldn't take was seeing the ACN run like an antique. It should be running the country. When he threatened to pull funding on Biotech's mind control program, I knew it was time for a change.
So you murdered him?
Now there I had help. I think my recording caps yours. Take pride in your work, Jack.
I couldn't have. I'd remember.
It slipped your mind. You have amnesia. Fact is, you were the perfect assassin. Working secretly with Stern. Tracking the insider he feared was out to kill him. You were the last one he'd suspect.
I don't believe it.
Come now, Jack. Don't lose your head over this.
I trusted you, believed in you.
Angela, listen to me.
You killed that too.
Young lady, please. Mr. Wade is correct. He knows nothing of your father's death.
Zweiberg?
Dr. Zweiberg. A title earned with a lifetime service to this dubious collective you call a nation, for which nature rewards me with a cancer. Mr. Wade's amnesia, on the other hand, is entirely self-inflicted. He insisted on running away while certain procedures were in progress, damaging the memory centers of his brain. This was, of course, after he executed my wishes. And your father.
No!
The mind control chip implanted in your skull was damaged, along with your memory. So I am reduced to cruder methods. Pity. Control the mind, and you control the body. Even the body politic. Sharp thought Stern's death was to further his own plans. Mastery of the criminals and their booty. A Valka ambition. But Stern threatened much more than the mind control program, something of which you are a part.
What more do you want from me?
I want you to die, Mr. Wade. But first, give me a piece of your mind. Pleasant dreams, Mr. Wade? I believe the tranquilizer has that effect. Since I was a child under the jackboot, I dreamed of a world ruled by intellect. Years of experiments on the criminal dregs of society, and on you, finally produced this. Totally organic, pre-programmed to control every thought, feeling, and action. This chip will lead the world to a new order of purity, discipline, and obedience.
You plan to stick that thing in everyone?
Hardly. A new world deserves a new species, free from decadence and decay. Meet Adam, prototype of the new race. His body enhanced with nanotechnology, self-healing, self-modifying, adapting over days, not generations. His mind filled with my own mental image, the intellect of a genius. The chip, a part of his DNA, ensuring that even after my death, he and his successors continue to follow my will. After you killed Stern, I decided to give Adam some of your more ruthless qualities. But when you interrupted the transfer, he was left damaged. That will soon be corrected. Here, you must be thirsty after the procedure.
You expect this thing to rule the world?
Not alone. Mass production requires huge amounts of DNA protein. Fortunately, the Syndicate proved a reliable source once I told Sharp it was needed for mind control chips. Besides, once my children are ready, the world will be on its knees. Humankind all but wiped out by a deadly virus.
Bloody Mary.
Named after my late wife. A modified Ebola. It dissolves the internal organs to a pulp, fitting end to this corrupt civilization. And distribution was laughably simple. Once introduced, the virus remains dormant until I activate the trigger. Then it becomes virulently contagious, creating a plague from which only Adam is immune.
And what's the trigger?
I must tend to Adam, graft in the missing neural sectors from your scan. Relax, Mr. Wade. But remember, too much TV can damage your health.
Well, wasn't that something? I like Jack being reprogrammed, Robocop style. Better save. There's Alan. He is dead. Angela still has the same lockpick. The vivisection rooms in Blackstone Chronicles looked more like a medical facility than this place. This is the room with moving cameras that Layla prepared us for. They are not hard to avoid. So many ways we can go. The hallway north takes us to Jack. But it's locked and lasered. This is a security control unit. How nice of it. If only there were a way to shut it down. For now, let's explore the other two rooms. A quest item. Let's read about Bloody Mary. Wait, it's all we already know from the cutscene. Apparently the machine here can make vaccines if you give it the right samples. Well, that's good to know in case someone we care about gets infected with Ebola. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Oh, crap. This spawns two guards. Now for the last room. Which way was it? The green room. Yes, this box has an infinite supply of mines, and only mines. There isn't much else here to see. the enormous size of the location is entirely to waste everyone's time. We still don't have a clear way to turn off the security system. Which means it's time to solve one of the hardest puzzles in the game. Although maybe there's a way to open that laser over there. Nope. So then, what do we do? We can't pick anything. Can't pour highly conductive water over it. You need to think outside the box. Did you know you could shoot the mines? So, that was the only time you have to use a mine. And the only time you need to shoot one. They have no chance of beating my pistol at this range. It's time we checked up on Jack.
Jack? Jack!
Angela, I thought you were... What happened?
The TV. Looks like it induced some kind of seizure.
Keep away.
Jack?
The virus. Bloody Mary. I'm infected. And the X must... The commercial. It must be the trigger.
Subliminal images causing extreme neurostimulation and hormonal imbalance. It could be. There has to be something. Some way of... Did Zweiberg say anything about an antidote?
No need. His master race are immune.
His... Oh boy. Zweiberg, you are one sick puppy. But if Adam is immune, then... Here it is, a sterile form of the virus woven into the DNA, giving him genetic immunity. If we could get a sample of this thing's DNA, I could make up an antidote.
And how do you plan to get it?
Ask nicely. Then I could use a gene sequencer machine to isolate the viral DNA and make up a vaccine.
I'll take care of Adam.
No way. I can do this. Trust me. Just no TV, okay?
Why were they calling this vaccine an antidote? The virus cannot work fast enough. Right, where do I go now? Is it that way? No, the ramp up is on the other side of this room. We'll be there in a few minutes. This reminds me of the Temple of One dungeon in Might and Magic 6. It was a huge pyramid inside another pyramid. It alone was bigger than most cities in the Elder Scrolls series, and it was mostly empty. At least we don't have to kill those two guys again. We are going to that simple lock from earlier. See, Jack doesn't really have the lockpick anymore. Angela does. But they forgot to remove it from his inventory. The statue from the lobby. Wait, that doesn't look the way Jack left it. Can't move the camera up, but I'm sure someone has stolen the printer. Well, fuck. I'll cut out me jotting these down on paper. That was Eve. So, the painting on the left. I hope you like watching people typing in stupidly long combinations of bullshit symbols. Well, why doesn't it work? Okay, the combination is saved for now. I'm going to check the statue. I don't see anything wrong. And another check. You bastards. I'll show you what's wrong. A stick isn't long enough. Wait, there was an emblem door here. By the way, what's in there now?
Brains.
The Onyx chip is supposed to program the new race. It's supposed to program them with qualities directly taken from other people. This superior Homo is going to be the final solution to the problems of the human race. It's going to kill all of them. The judgment cannon is a big gun only the new homos know how to use. Supposedly it hits pretty hard. That was informative, but mostly pointless. Let's stick that emblem where it belongs. Doesn't look like our goal. Wait. Maybe it does go here. The color is off. What? They don't match. And this Eve has unusually large penis for a woman. And this camera is nuts. I remember those guys. Is it me, or are there only 3 or so paintings repeated in this hallway? That's handy.
You! What are you doing here?
Looking for a little contribution to science.
Get away! Don't touch him! Ah! No! What have you done? Lie back, my child. Lie back, and I'll take away the pain.
Here's Angela's boss, a naked man. Our pistol doesn't hurt him much. His manly pipe on the other hand hurts a lot. If this fight looks rather bad now, wait till I show you the proper way to beat it. But look at how much health he's lost after all those hits. Now let's get serious. There are hidden environmental hazards in this room. Like this gas. Hitting that panel activated the other panels we need to use. And there's one more. Now we're primed and ready. The superior Homo is vulnerable to steam. And this is much faster than just shooting him. but there is a guide on Game FAQ where the author recommends doing it with just the pistol because the gas pipe thing is hard. Notice that Adam speeds up after we hurt him but quickly loses interest. Zweiberg's child seems to suffer from attention deficit. You don't want to hang around after you stun him. I find it absolutely amazing that Amuse designed this seemingly tricky fight with a clever use of the environment and then turned it into running in circles. One could also argue that the fact that you damaged him with the pistol is a bad thing. If he were only stunned, you would be encouraged to start looking for some gimmick immediately. Shit, he was too far for the steam to work. I guess the fight will take even longer. One or two more steamings should do it. Oops. I just noticed that Angela is wearing high heels. Yay, now he'll stumble over to the elephant graveyard.
Kids today.
I guess from now on Angela is officially an ass hunter. We can walk on the dock too. This is the gas switch, remember this for later. Now where is the way out? If you've guessed that making the vaccine involves running along those ridiculously long corridors, you're right, but I won't be doing it today. Nobody here. So, at this point every bad guy is dead, but the game is not over. I wonder why. Thanks for the grenades, you really shouldn't have. Okay, we're stopping here. Next time we'll be seeing the ending of Headhunter. Unfortunately there's more gameplay before that.